Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Dragon Age Origins. Things are not going well for Ilyis, Idukan of the noble house of Idukan. As you can see, she is in jail, framed by her brother Balin for a murder she did not commit. She believes this has a lot to do with her elven blood. It's dreadful. She's extremely upset about this, but there's help. She's been stripped of all of her items. Let's see if her faithful second, Gorham, can assist her.
I would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you?
I think she's genuinely upset about Trian's death. Her brothers, she's astounded by Balin. She's just... Trian is dead. How do you think I am?
I understand. It's going to get worse, though. Balin has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed. He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice. He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years.
So now, Balin, the traitorous Balin, will be king when my father dies.
I'm afraid so. Some of the lords, especially Harrowmont, are suspicious of Balin's instant rise to power. They are rallying, but far too slowly. The Assembly has already sentenced both of us.
You as well? But what is going to happen to you? What will happen to you, Gorham?
My knighthood will be stripped, my name torn from my family records. But I will be allowed to attempt some sort of life on the surface. Lord Harrowmont moved for a similar exile for you, but Balin's supporters overwhelmed him. You are to be sealed in the deep roads to fight darkspawn until you are overwhelmed and killed.
My father. My beloved father, what does he say about this? He cannot believe me guilty of this crime.
Lord Harrowmont says the king is taken ill. He couldn't bear losing two of his children at once. Lord Harrowmont gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the deep roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens, you may be able to escape with Duncan.
Lord Harrowmont is a good man. And that's all the chance I need.
Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up.
The same to you, Gorham. My friend.
I will always be your man, my Lady Idukan.
They are ready for you now. Here is the prisoner, Lord Harrowmont.
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the records. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the deep roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out?
I have one thing to say. Balin is a traitor, not I. I am innocent. I loved my brother and have been raised in these halls, raised of the stone as you. I cannot believe, Lord Harrowmont, that you would allow this to happen.
I want to believe that. Look me in the eye and tell me you didn't do this. For your father's sake.
I did not kill Trian. I came upon his body moments before you all found me. I don't know who did this foul deed. but believe me, I will find out.
I believe you. That means Balin planned this from the start. Believe me, I will spend the rest of my days making sure Balin does not profit by his deeds. Your father asked me to give these to you. This sword and shield are of fine dwarven make. Strike a blow at our enemies.
My father. Tell my father. He must believe me. I am as much a dwarf as he, though not in look, yes, not in blood, but in spirit and heart. Tell him that I am innocent. I have been framed by our brother.
I will. Open the doors and let the condemned walk through. May the stone accept you when you fall.
Wow. I actually got a little emotional there. Wow, that's tough. That was tough. Ilyis is heartbroken. They took all of her stuff, so that's kind of that's kind of bad. I may have to give her Triss armor back at some point, but not now because that doesn't work with the story. But I will give it back at another point. But for now, we face this alone. She is thinking, I will die a warrior's death. Balin can take away my family name. He can take away my history, my pride. But he absolutely cannot take away who I am. I am a dwarven noble, no matter what he says. Getting a picture of her standing in front of this, then we're gonna, F5, even though it already did that for me, which means we're about to get jumped again. What is it? Ah.
Right.
Fight it. Fight
Let's
it.
make this quick, shall we?
Who is this? Is this the man that traveled with Duncan? The Grey Warden? A short bow, great sword, studded leather armor. I am in no position to be picky. I will clean it as well as I can and don it myself. I have to survive. Fine dwarven blade. What we have now is a dagger. That's not going to do us any good. Let's take that out. Great sword is too heavy for her. I'm going to save that for a short bow, tattered prison clothes, mark of vigilance. She's still got these. That's fine. The clothes are disgusting and stinky, but the armor will hold me true. Trap! Who comes here?
Let's get started.
Take my blade in the throat!
On your guard!
For my father and House Iduken! Another dwarf.
As you wish.
This, I can assure you, will not be my fate. Rough leather gloves, we'll put those on. Wearing the clothes of the dead. I hate this part. This is the only thing I don't like about Dragon Age, is don't let me get off certain ledges like that. Being spoiled to death from Skyrim, that makes me a little bit irritated. What's over here? Ah, no one. A wooden crate with a short bow. And another short bow. And some coin. Don't know where I would spend it down here. I'm looking on the ground for signs of Duncan's passing. Okay. Deep Stalker. Hit it, baby. Good job. I'm also going to turn off the feature that automatically pauses, since I thought I'd want that, but I don't think I do. Pause at start of combat. Save automatically. There we go. Shh. Foul beast. Oh.
Let's get started. Move and parry, strike and kill!
Oh no! Get off of me! Fight back! Fight back! You can do it, Lady Iduken. Oh, that was evil.
Let's get started.
A dagger. There's probably another about to drop on me here. Ugh.
Let's get started.
Also, I have a new turn evil, which is useful for darkspawn. I'll have to keep that in mind.
This should be easy enough.
Another dagger. I wonder if the darkspawn is as frightened as of the spiders as I am. I will not let it get me down. There's still hope to find Duncan. I will fight until I'm exhausted and can take no more.
Let's get started. Ha! Is that all you've got? Time for some fun.
Ah, these evil darkspawn. Superior. It just took all his armor off. Superior Dwarven guard armor. Oh, I thought that was I thought it was glowing there. Okay, let's look at inventory and see what that's about. Superior Dwarf. Oh, she doesn't have the strength for it, and it's heavy armor, which is not her thing. Even though I know it's I modded it in and I can give it to her anytime. I have to tell you, I'm a little bit ticked off about that Triss armor. Can you believe that? They took her best armor. So I decided to go left instead of right. Whoa!
This should be easy.
Oh, back up, back up, back up. Time to run. No, no, no. Why are you... Move, move, move. Come on. Oh, she's stunned. Come on, come on. You can do it. Come on. Two more. Two more. Her health's alright. Deep Stalker leader. Come on. Oh, that was not fun. I mean, it was fun, but not for her. Fun for me, not for her. Oh. More dwarves. There are some injury kits here, though, that should help me. My wounds are not severe. Once again, let's go into inventory and check out what she's picked up here. She has some health poultices, an injury kit, lyrium potion, which will help out. I will put that over here. Health poultice over here. And an injury kit in the middle. To keep them separated so I don't accidentally click on one or the other. I can just feel her dismay and disgust. Balin always raised me. I mean, I can't believe he would turn on me like this. He was always so kind to me. How could he do this to me? My own brother. Duncan! A Grey Warden! Hope springs eternal!
Maker, it's a dwarf.
Lady Idukan, what are you doing here alone? Where are your troops?
One question at a time. I find myself overwhelmed.
Forgive me. Your appearance startled me. We expected to be alone here. May I ask what happened?
I have been exiled. My brother Balin has betrayed both me and is responsible for the murder of my brother Trion. My second, Gorham, has been exiled to the surface. He is no longer of the stone, wiped from the warrior caste.
Ah, you have been made to walk the deep roads, then.
You mean you were exiled? What happened?
I do not think matters of dwarven honor are any business of ours. You need not answer, friend.
I feel that you are right. I am a dwarf of heart and soul. The matters of our noble houses should remain private, as my father has always counseled me, but I thank you for your support. I am very glad to run into you.
It is not the way of this order to pass judgments on the pasts of others. You have already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. I've been searching for those with your level of ability. Your exploits in the Deep Road set you apart. As leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order.
Ilyis is shocked. She's sitting back on her heels in a way, just trying to figure out what she doesn't even know much about the Grey Wardens, but at this point it's either that or die in the Deep Roads. She's so full of pride, though, that's not... I don't know. Let's see which of these she would choose. I know that even though I am innocent, I must follow by the laws of my people. But death awaits me here in the Deep Roads, and I cannot be of service or prove my innocence if I am dead. I don't know much about the Grey Wardens, but I haven't much choice. I accept, provided you understand that my first duty is to House Idukan.
Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the darkspawn hordes led by King Cailan. Stay close. There are still darkspawn around every corner. We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan. I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other Wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I think she would go. Sometimes I'm always trying to choose what's most to her character, as we are learning her character, yeah, she's a noble. She would see him as a fellow noble, even though not of her caste, and though human, she would, I think, probably be respectful. I am Ilyis, Your Majesty. Ilyis Idukin, a noble of House Idukin of the Dwarven caste.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. If my ears serve me, your accent comes from the Western Hills. Am I right?
So, I don't know enough about the world to know whether it's the Western Hills. She's definitely not from a farmhold, obviously. So we're gonna have to choose 3, because neither one of these are really correct. It makes no difference where I'm from, only that I am here to serve.
My favorite uncle happens to be the Isle of Redcliffe. It's a countryside I'm most fond of.
It is now full of its own darkspawn. At least that's what Duncan tells me on our trip here.
So far north of the wilds? How?
A raiding band, Your Majesty. They've been popping up all over Ferelden by way of the deep roads. Thankfully, these were dealt with.
How marvelous that others join us in victory. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
You're human lord. That's funny. You are too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident. I have recently had my own confidence quite shaken.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the darkspawn here.
Yet, you do not sound very reassured. And I also noticed that he was not taking the darkspawn very seriously. A fatal mistake.
True. Despite the victory so far, the darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Well, Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens very highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to turn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
Ah, now we come upon it. Duncan, I was wondering what it involved to join the Grey Wardens. What is this ritual that you speak of?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Am I the only recruit that you have at this time?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
And why is this ritual so secret? I warn you, Duncan, I will not betray House Iduken.
The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Then, what is it that you require of me?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Level up. A new codex, the Korcari Wilds, an area unlocked. And we are now here in Ostagar. We're going to continue working on her cunning, bringing that up to strength so that... Oh wait, actually, no, I'm sorry. We're going to continue working on her strength because she is needing to hit that... dexterity. Improves her chances to hit. Yeah, we're going to put all of that into strength right now. And... we also have, I love herbalism. She has one point in it, but she's definitely a combat mage, so we're going to stay with that. I could use another combat tactic spot here, so I'll take that. And Arcane Shield, no. Let's head back down here to Divine Shield. Aura of Might. Granting the party increased attack. Divine Shield. Prayer. Chant of Light. Increased spell power. Exorcism. A large amount of damage. I think I'm going to go for the good old Glyph of Paralysis just because I love it so much. It's such a great... it just basically knocks them out. So, let's head down. I will see you later, Duncan. So on the journey over here, she would have talked with Duncan.
Hey, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought. This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
I am actually looking for a Grey Warden. His name was, Alistair. Alistair, yes.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Thank you. I will be on my way.
Good luck to you, then.
So I didn't have her ask any questions about Ostagar just because I feel like she's still pretty kind of battered and bruised and thinking only of home and doesn't really care about Ostagar. She just really wants to be back home. This is the first time in her memory. Her earliest memories, she was adopted when she was just a month old. So this is her first time above the ground. You know, she's feeling shaky and doesn't really care to know much. Just find Alistair, get things done, find out what she's going to do with herself.
I'm sorry. The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
I have heard of the Fade. What are they doing in there?
They're scouting for darkspawn. I don't know, and don't ask. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed. Not even by Grey Wardens.
As you wish. This would make her very curious because she got her magic training from someone, you know, like a royal court mage or something like that, and she's never been to the Fade. Okay, what do we have over here?
Greetings. King Cailan is not in his tent right now.
Ah. Well, I am looking for Alistair.
As you wish.
Alistair. I believe I am going topsy-turvy. They said he was in this direction, taking a message to them.
Good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the Maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the Maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet to fall.
Ilyis looks at this woman and recognizes that she is wearing mage robes.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
It is unusual for me to see so many mages in one place.
The Circle sent many. Mages have always helped in past blights. To defeat the darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You have faced darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between darkspawn and the Fade?
I have never been in the Fade. I was trained by our court magician.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
Are you hinting or saying even that the darkspawn are just dream spirits, as I can assure you that I haven't had enough of their blood upon my armor to know that they are quite real?
Sadly, no. They are kin to neither the gentle Fade spirits nor the malevolent demons. Shamefully, they were once the souls of men. Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the earth, where they became the first darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Well, I think I will suffice to killing every darkspawn I see. That will be good enough for me.
A wise attitude. It's worked well for me in the past. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
That gives us a new codex. The Wynne and the Fade. She'll look through all this stuff later, but right now, She's keeping on task to finding Alistair. I think that she's a character who's really one-track mind kind of character. Duty, 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 that kind of thing. Her pride. Plus also, I don't know if you've ever had altitude sickness, when you go from up a mountain really quickly in a car or something like that, or on the plane. But I think she's pretty shaky and probably feeling like she's going to lose her cookies.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
Alistair! I really like Alistair. And for those of you wondering, like I had said earlier in episode 1 of this Let's Play, I have not played all the way through this game. I got to just after Ostagar till we got past Lothering, and then I needed to cancel the Let's Play for various reasons. But anyway, I got quite attached to Alistair. That's a terrible thing to say. The Blight does not bring people together. It is not a source of amusement.
Is it? I'm trying to find a bright side to all this. I suppose it wasn't very convincing. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
We have not met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
I will need your assistance to prepare?
I know. I felt the same way when I did this. Unfortunately, they don't give us much choice. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Well, I assure you that I can handle myself better than most, whether it be male or female.
I'm getting that impression. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered darkspawn before?
I have. Have you?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
We will head back to Duncan, but what about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
No, I have not.
Keep an eye out. Maybe we'll see one of them.
All right. Let's go then.
If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
And that adds Alistair to our party. Let's level him up. Level 4 warrior. Okay. I'm going to play Alistair similarly to the way I was playing him before, giving him some constitution. He's got 13 attribute points because I have a mod in which makes it so that they don't already have their attributes. I can pick them and put them where I want them to be. Constitution 18, 16. Dexterity, he is already set to be a Templar. I'm not sure. Oh, stamina. That was one thing I ran out a lot with him. Okay. And as usual, combat training. poison making. I will eventually give somebody poison making, probably Liliana. He has 2 more. 1 combat tactics. And more combat training. Templar. Righteous Strike. Melee hits against an enemy spellcaster. Excellent. We have 5 more points to spend. He is going to be probably just warrior. I think he's weapon and shield right now. Now I'm going to start over again. Warrior, Templar, human, his inventory. Yeah, just weapon and shield, so we'll stick with that. There's a dog barking, I hear, in the game, and that means that her dog, I'm very much looking forward to getting the dog. Strength, take that back to 20. Willpower, Constitution, take that to 16, and the rest in willpower. And do I need anything in cunning? Not really. So put that all in willpower. Okay. I am content with that. Dexterity increases the chances. Let me take this down 2 and add some dexterity just to give him a little bit more. Just that 15, 6. There, that works. That works. Okay. Here. Templar. Warrior. Precise striking. I'm trying to decide if I want to do weapon and shield. Shield bash, shield defense, shield block. Weapon and shield. Shield pummel. Shield cover, shield balance. Overpower. Threaten. Taunt. Yep, threaten. Threaten it shall be. Okay, and that levels up Alistair and adds him to our party. Let me just set up his tactics, and then I will, as usual, show you what I picked. Alright, I am playing Alistair, where he is going to stay close to Ilyis and provide the role of defense for her. Not that she really needs it, but there it is. And let me know in the comments, one of the questions I have about combat is, do I just right click on the enemy and she just automatically just beats on them? Is that it? Or is there some more finesse to it? Am I supposed to be left clicking for her to attack, or does she just automatically attack if I choose whichever enemy it is? So just let me know how that works. Since I haven't played the whole sword and board before, and it's just basically smacking things, adding some magic in. If I don't like this playstyle, then I'll change her to a pure mage. And I don't want to play anything that isn't enjoyable for you to watch and for me to play. Okay, so that puts us here in Ostagar. Let's save this game here. I like that save mode. And then we will exit out to the main menu so that I might say to you, I want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying Dragon Age Origins. If you are, hit the thumbs up button below. And if you're really having a great time, join the party and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, as usual, what you are thinking of things. I'll see you back here in Ostagar as we go on with the process of becoming a Grey Warden. And see how Ilyis takes that and all the changes that have come to her life in the next episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click manage subscriptions, then check email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.